When news of the defeat at Granicus reached the Persian court, it caused great shock. This was not an ordinary loss. It was a blow to the pride of the Persian Empire. And when this news reached the ears of Darius III, there was only one option left for him: to enter the war personally. Darius gathered soldiers from across the empire, countless archers, armored cavalry, war chariots, and even mercenaries. This army was far larger than Alexander's. But numbers do not always mean victory. Sometimes what wins a battle was courage. The two armies were drawing closer and closer, and finally, they faced each other on a narrow coastal plain. The name of this place, the Battle of Issus. This battle would become one of the most critical moments in history, because this time, Alexander the Great was not fighting an ordinary commander. He was facing an emperor. As the morning sun rose, the two armies took their positions. The Persian army spread across a wide area, but the narrow terrain made their numerical advantage useless. This was a great advantage for Alexander. He positioned himself on the right wing of his army, as always, at the very front, and then he gave the order to attack. When the battle began, the noise was overwhelming. Clashing swords, neighing horses, shouting soldiers, everything turned into chaos. But in the middle of the battle, a moment came. Alexander saw where Darius was positioned. The Persian king stood on a golden chariot, surrounded by guards. But Alexander did not stop. He drove his horse forward, straight on toward the Persian king. This was a gamble, but also a stroke of genius, because if a king runs, the army collapses. Alexander was getting closer. Darius saw this, and in that moment, he made a decision that would change history. He fled, he abandoned his chariot, and left the battlefield. This moment shattered the morale of the Persian army. The soldiers panicked, and soon they began to run. The Battle of Issus was won, but the impact of this battle was far greater than victory alone. When the battle ended, Alexander entered the Persian camp. There, he encountered something unexpected. The family of the Persian king had been left behind. Darius's mother, his wife, and his children. They were all there. They were afraid. Because in those times, the fate of a defeated king's family was usually terrible. But Alexander acted differently. He did not harm them. On the contrary, he treated them with respect. This action greatly increased his reputation, because now people began to think this man is not just a warrior, he is a ruler. After Issus, Alexander marched south. Many cities surrendered, but one city chose to resist. Its name, Tyre. This was no ordinary city. It was built in the middle of the sea, on an island away from the mainland, and surrounded by strong walls. This city was nearly impossible to conquer, but Alexander did not accept the word impossible. The people of Tyre felt safe, because their city was protected by the sea. It could not be attacked from land. But Alexander thought differently. He made a plan, a bold plan. He decided to build a massive causeway into the sea. Yes, using stones and earth, a road stretching toward the island. This work took months. Every day, thousands of workers labored. But the people of Tyre did not stay idle. They attacked with ships. They rained arrows. They tried to burn the causeway, but Alexander did not give up. As the siege dragged on, tension grew. Months passed. But finally, the causeway was completed, and Alexander's army reached the city walls. The final assault began. The walls were breached, and the city fell. Tyre was conquered, but this victory was not easily won. It took 7 long months. This event showed the world Alexander's determination, because he was a leader who never gave up. After Tyre fell, Alexander's path was clear. Now, a new great target stood before him, Egypt. And there, well, not just a city, but a legend would be born. A city would rise, and it would live for centuries. Its name, Alexandria.